as host so that you
All
don't
right.
have any issues. Okay.
Hey everyone, happy Tuesday. I am so excited to be here. We have some phenomenal guests that I have the privilege to just be in this space with. And if you don't know me, then where have you been? Get out from under that rock. I am Chastity Marie. I've been thriving for 10 and a half years now. And did y'all know that I think it was last week or maybe even this week, Lavelle started shipping 12 years ago. So like, that's a big deal. That's a really big thing. And so we have some very, very special guests on, and I'm not sure if Angie's going to get on, but they'll let me know. We're going to kick it off with Hannah. Oh, she's on. Okay. So I love this. And I think it's a beautiful space to kind of, if you guys are okay, we didn't practice this because I want y'all to know if I can do it, y'all can do it. We'll just let Lineage, Hannah, if you want to introduce your rock stars, and then we'll let Angie introduce her rock star, and then we'll let Alex, I mean, we'll just roll through the rock stars. But I wanted to start this Zoom off and just say we are thinking about our friends in the West Coast. We were together in Sacramento, and I had the opportunity to spend some time with Chasity, and Chasity was, oh, she's on. Oh my gosh. I don't know if she wants to unmute herself. Are you there, beautiful? Here, let me see. Hold on. I don't want to steal her stuff. Hold on.
Hi, guys.
Hi, beautiful.
Hi, beautiful.
Hi.
Uh-oh, I'm echoing. Let me mute me.
Can you hear me?
Angie also.
Yeah. So yes, I'm going to do her too. Hold on.
Thank you.
Perfect. See, y'all got to keep me in check. So, all right, Cassidy, I want you to just, I know you've got to jump off, but I want you to just share just a little bit of your heart. This was an unexpected blessing. And I just wanted her to come on, and I'm going to give it to you, sister.
Okay. So I'm right now, you guys, so we lost our home in the park fire. And right now what we're doing is we're rallying our community. And I just wanted to hop on and for a second and say, I wasn't taking my products. I've been thriving for 4 years. And then the last year I wasn't taking my products consistently. And for the last 3 months, I haven't been taking my products consistently, but I'm so grateful I got to come down to Sacramento and do the mastermind retreat with you guys, for some of you who were there. And it really ignited my spirit, and got me, I'd stayed connected with my community of thrivers. And I don't know, I got back on the products while I was at the retreat. Thank God, because I need
Well,
them.
that's because Angie, we were in a mastermind, right, Cassidy? And Angie said, girl, she called her out. She made her go to that next level. And that's what a mastermind is.
That's right. That's right. And so, I started my products back up, I think the second day, and I've been feeling good and thriving every day since. And this last 4 or 5 days has been a whirlwind. Just, I can't even put it into words what it feels like. I got my black label on, and I've got the energy to make it through, and the mood support to make it through everything else, that's happening right now. And my girls and our little team, they all sent me product because all my product burned up, and they're making sure I'm taken care of, how I didn't have my debit card, Angie. I said, I don't have my debit card. Well, guess what? It burned up too. So I'm waiting on a new debit card to come, and I'll be making, I'll be able to continue thriving. And the biggest thing that I want to say right now is that community is so important. I've been here, like I said, for 4 years, and I've had seasons where I've made lots of money, and it was good, and we were running and we were hustling, and that was good. And there's been times for me, where life got hard and I wasn't taking my products, and that's, my choice. But the biggest piece here is that I've never lost my community. And if anybody's struggling right now, please, that's my biggest thing, is just stick with your community, right? Sometimes the business ebbs and flows, and that's okay. Just stick together because we need each other. And I just, I'm sending my love and care to anybody else who might be affected, even by the smoke, because the smoke is thick. But the love is thicker than that. So is that okay, Chaz? Is anything else you want to say?
I think mic drop, like we could just get off of the Zoom, right? But I think the thing that we talked about, and I shared, if y'all do know me, y'all know that Chas is going to say to you, it's not if life happens, it's when life happened. And we pray that it's not something this catastrophic. But Chasity didn't know when we were hyping her up, when Angie was pouring into her life, she had no idea how her life would change, friends, in a little as two weeks. And when I say creating an emergency fund for whether it's an icebox goes out, a fridge goes out, or a catastrophe, a total loss, we are going to do life better together. And I think about, there's so many of you that were impacted by the Paradise fires, and they came in, started this business because they literally said, I have to furnish my place. And so people come in at a point of sometimes desperation. And I have to believe in my heart, Chasity, that you having your tank full and going, I've been watching your videos and I'm like, how is she being positive? How is she sharing things? It's because you know that you're going to survive and you're a warrior. And so just know that your Thrive community is here with you. If anybody wants a GoFundMe link, I have that. I would love to send that to you guys. We are going to make sure she's got her Thrive on her body so that she can focus. She's got a lot of details that she's got to figure out. And when people say, you shouldn't be worried about your business right now, this is the time you do worry. And so we love you, friend. We love so many of you. And we're just here for all of this. And so this all kind of, I just believe that, God, the universe, the alignment of it, because when I was putting this together, I just said, Cass, can I have you on? And she's like, I don't know, and so your heart to be on is just super, super special. So Hannah, I'm going to let you kind of talk. You were there with us in Sacramento, and I'm going to let you kind of tell us a little bit about the community, because I'm going to tell you, friend, I've been thriving for 10.5 years, and I don't know that I've walked into such a diverse situation and felt so loved. Now, I'm a little tan, a little brown. I'm not too white. But they were telling me we're going to have, and Jackie was like, we're going to have some apps. And I think it was, I don't remember what kind of food. And I'm like, what are they going to feed me? And so I was nervous, and it was super hot. Don't ever let them tell you Texas is hot. Sacramento was hot as hell. So, but I walked in. Oh, Michelle was there too. But I walked in and I felt so loved. I felt so welcome. And I looked around that room, and the energy, I mean, Angie and Hannah it was a whole club vibe. Like everybody was pop, lock, and drop it. I mean, it was like, just put a Thrive thing on. So Hannah, talk to us a little bit about your community. Talk to us about how you've been feeling the last, few weeks. And then we can just kind of segue into the rest of your group.
Okay. So my name is Hannah. I've been thriving for almost 4.5 years. My sponsor is Angela, and I have to give her a shout out. I would not be who I am as a leader today if it wasn't for her guiding me. So I'm going to get a little emotional, but I appreciate her. And I also wouldn't be here without my team. I mean, they always say you learn from the top down, and then you look down and pick everybody up with you, right? And when I started thriving, it was because of Angie seeing her post and her happiness on IG. And when Angie shares her story, it's going to be the same thing. It's like you lead by example, you share and spread, who you are on IG, because we don't see everyone out there every single day. But I literally appreciate you, Angela and Angie, for running with me, especially Angie. But if we're talking about just SAC Local and the Thrive Mingle, I learned so much. What I loved most during the Sacramento Mastermind is surrounding myself with so much positivity and learning so much about everyone that I had no idea about, just learning about you, Chas, and then everyone else on the team. That's what literally filled my heart. Is I'm so busy that I never get a chance to literally stop and just enjoy the moment and the presence and just get to know everyone on a deeper level. And that day in the circle, is what made me feel more connected to everyone and especially the community. And there's things that I didn't know about my team, you know, and we thrive together, we Pilates together, we have dinner, lunch, and I swear I live, eat, breathe, and live, thrive. But I do it with my whole team every single day. It's like I see them bright and early at 4 a.m., actually 4:30. Sometimes Alex comes in at like 4:59 and class starts at 5, but let's get off that topic. But I literally eat, breathe, and sleep, thrive with them, you know, and that's the best part about our community is that it's not just thrive, it's deeper than that. We're trying to inspire each other to grow, to stay healthy, to get fit, you know, and to build a side hustle that eventually will become our main hustle. But we talk every single day. It's like my chats go off because of them. Like literally 4:30 a.m. to like 10 p.m. I wake up and I have chat group messages from them. But sorry. Yeah, I wouldn't be here without them, but I love their energy, what they bring, and I really appreciate them. So
So
yeah,
Hannah, I want to ask you real quick. So you do have another, you work also.
I
Um,
do.
and so and you have a beautiful teenager. She's teenager, right? She's teen.
Yeah, 13 with an
Yeah,
attitude.
she gave me that teen look the other day when we were on that. I was like, "Oh, she real teen." There's a TikTok, and it's I think it's Medea, and she going, "Oh no, did she roll her eyes at me? Oh no." I was like, I can't wait to get my grand giggle. I'm like, we're doing that TikTok. But Hannah, tell us, how do you balance? Like, that's a lot. How do you balance that and still grow, bringing in new people? How does that work for you?
Well, at first, at the beginning, it was really hard. Um, I feel like you have to have a solid foundation, and if you are working other jobs or trying to build multiple streams, you have to be solid in one in order to move on to the next, in order for you not to go insane or crazy or want to rip out your hair. But I literally the only way I was able to balance everything was my calendar, to-do list, crossing it off. My phone calendar is literally my best friend. Like I have that thing up every morning, afternoon, night, and if my team needs me, or you know, if we need to do a little huddle or lunch or something, I use my calendar and I time block a lot if needed. But that's how I was able to balance. And in the beginning, when I first started, it was hard because I also work for the state and I am also a full-time, well, I'm part-time, but I feel like it's full-time for me. I'm also a realtor and a single mom, you know? So the first 2 years I was trying to manage everything, and I have probably a million chats with my real estate team, Thrive, my customers, and it got to a point where I was very overwhelmed. But for me, I stay connected around, I have a lot of positive quotes around my house, my car, my desk, my phone. Every morning I wake up, that's the first thing I read is a quote, you know, it keeps me motivated, it keeps me going. But I feel like in this network marketing, one thing that I've learned throughout the years is that you have to have a solid mindset to overcome anything in this industry, because going into network marketing, I had no idea. I just thought it was like, oh, just get people on Thrive. But I soon learned that in order to maintain and build a strong foundation in network marketing is you have to have a solid mindset, because this industry isn't easy like, you know, what a lot of people portray it like network marketing, you just get people on Thrive, right? But there's so much to learn on the back end of it, how to lead, how to get people on Thrive, how to make sure that you're taking care of your customers and maintaining your customers, maintaining your team. And there's so many emotions and personalities that you have to lead. And I had no idea what the hell I was doing when I first joined network marketing. I thought it was because when I first started network marketing, my mindset, because I've been to Tony Robbins, all these seminars, right? My mindset was already on, like, I would thought it was 10 out of 10. But when I jumped in, I was like, gosh, I'm learning a whole new business, you know, and I'm not just leading myself, I'm leading a team. And the way I led myself is how I led my team. And sometimes it doesn't work like that. You have to learn how to lead as a leader. So yeah.
I love that. Thank you, Hannah, for that. And I know y'all just got nuggets out of that because I think
Sorry.
it's
I probably went off track.
No, it's great. That's perfect. I think that it's important to understand she's a business owner, she's an entrepreneur. And what did she say? She didn't say, I need to call Angela and Angela needs to get my head right. She didn't say, my leader needs to get my head right. She said, I need to take ownership of my morning because things are going to come at her. You see her leading this team. I keep telling the Sacramento, I'm like, y'all just wake up like that. Just wake up beautiful. Even Alex, y'all just wake up beautiful. And it's like we look at them and we're like, they're just growing and they're popping off and they're doing all the things. It's the work. It's the work behind the scenes that you don't get to see. So we're going to segue into the next level, which y'all correct me if I'm wrong, but it's Angie. And wait, is Angie on? Yes, I think I see
Yes,
her.
she is.
Yes, and so you just share a little bit of your heart, and then you can introduce your rock stars. But man, we could do a whole like series with this woman. When I first met her, I think Twin had brought her up to me and she had this serious rash. So all the things that are going on, like with LaBelle, this girl, I literally said, take that DFT off and don't you ever put it on your body. And she's like, you don't know what Thrive's done for me. I'm going to wear it forever. I'm like, you can't wear that. And so that's a whole story in itself. But Angie, I got to spend some time with you. And when you look, I didn't compare, but I said, I want that contagious energy that this girl has because you just exuded. And I even got to watch, you don't even know this, but I got to watch you interact with some things that were like leader things and had to address them. And the way, I think I shared with, maybe it was Alex, but I said, but the way you handled it, and you don't even know this, I had the utmost respect. And so just being able to get to meet you, get to be in your presence and meet your beautiful daughter, like it was just such a joy. So tell us anything you want. We've got people growing on here and share a little bit of your heart. And before we get into our Alex and our main event girl that's here. So yeah,
Hi, I'm Angie. I've been thriving since February of 2022. It was because of Hannah that I saw her post, and I had briefly shared at our local that, I've known Hannah since probably 2013, and we got disconnected as we got older. We went our separate ways in our own lives. However, I just knew that we both had a past that we had battled with, and that was kind of hard. We grew up in the same neighborhood, I guess you would say. And when I finally saw her on Thrive, actually, I didn't see her on Thrive. I saw her post on Instagram, and this girl was always like, "My sister," and it's just like happy and cheesy. And I'm just like, what are you taking? Like, what kind of drugs are those? And I'm like, let me get some. But anyway, I asked her and she just kind of like shared with me, like, it was my vitamins. And at that time, I was literally just kind of like in a very dark space. I had gone through a lot. My daughter, as I had mentioned, she'd battled a disease like leukemia, and just being able to just survive through life, right? I didn't really want to be alive in the way I'm supposed to be during that time. But I mean, man, Thrive has just changed my life so much. And I am so happy that I've met my rock star, Alex from Hot Pilates, and just having him step into my life when I've always, like you said, Chess, I've always thrived. It's been like 2.5 years. I've always thrived, but I stopped running, right? Because let me take that back. I stopped running because I didn't believe in myself at that time. Thrive came in my life and I hit the ground running, and I fell off because of the fact that my mindset wasn't there. It was about, when I started, was like, wow, I can get these bonuses, I can help people, but I was really focused on things that weren't the whole purpose of Thrive. The whole purpose of Thrive is to change other people's lives, is to help them. And Thrive really does help us internally and heals us, and I needed healing. Someone at my church had said to me before, Angie, you've lived such an unhealthy life because you don't know what healthy looks like. So when they said that to me, I desired to be healthy. I wanted to find out what healthy was, and Thrive really fell into, like, literally on my face when I needed it. And so it took about 2 years for me to heal inside my spirit, my soul, my mind. And then that's when I feel like I was blessed with I call him the fire up my butt, right? Like Alex just ended up just like lighting up. He was like, oh my goodness, I'm going to keep running. I know you're where you're at. I love you where you're at, Ange. But he was like ready to just be like, I'm going full throttle with Thrive. And Angie, you can stay there or you can go with me, and I really like appreciate that so much. And I would say I gave myself a lot of grace. I used to compare and contrast, like I'm not hitting these numbers. I'm not there. I'm going to, what's the point of me continuing? But really it was like giving the grace to yourself and realizing that, hey, it's okay if I'm not where Hannah's at. It's okay if I'm not where Angela's at. They're there to help us grow. And what Angela like said to me, that said to all of us, that really like pours into my soul, is that we're not here to pull you ahead. We're not here like just to be ahead of you. We're here side by side, and anything that you need, like we're here to support you. And I just love that about our community. And that's actually what's helped me grow a lot, especially with Hannah picking up the phone all day long. Like, you gotta understand, I try to learn this. Alex just hit the floor running, and then he picked up Yenisei and then Jovita and all these people. Just, I'm like, okay, all right, like, Hannah, what's the numbers? How do you, what is customer acquisition? Wait, how did, and I'm on the phone with Jackie and Angela and Hannah in the beginning, like consistently. And I just, and Chas, like getting to know you two, your guys' nuggets of leadership in this company has done more for my life than just grow my business. It's not even about business. It's like the family and the community that really has brought me to a level of understanding what healthy life looks like. You genuinely have healthy people, not just like physically, but mentally, right? And I'm going to tell you the truth. I've had a rough few days in this last week, not just with business, but just everything in my life. And I'm telling you, like, even just seeing my team yesterday at Hot Pilates for an hour while we worked out, and just having that united energy around me, it just like lifted me up. And so I'm just grateful for this team. I'm grateful for Thrive. I think Thrive finds you at the perfect moment. And it's more than just vitamins. It's definitely an addition of blessings and life. So yeah, sorry.
No, so before you introduce your rock star, I want to highlight a couple of things. She said she didn't believe in herself. From the outside, you're going, why? We think it's just an exterior. There's so many things, those voices in our head, the things that we see. She didn't believe in herself. I have to throw Twin under the bus. When Twin and I met for the first time, we were on a cruise, or it was a, I don't know, lifestyle getaway. And she's hiding behind me. And I'm like, I want to put you in front of me, girl. Like, you're fine. And I'm like trying to put her, and she's like, no. She was shy. She was timid. And we had a conversation, and I watched that girl just explode. They mentioned Angela here, and I said, she's got it all together on Instagram and all of her things. I had the opportunity at our mastermind to get to know her heart and the way she loves people. You know what she asked me? She said, Chas, how do I'm the one that's going to give it to them straight. I'm going to shoot them straight. I'm going to tell them what they need. I want a little bit of that nurture and coddle, but I'm not cutting them any slack. She didn't probably say it like that, but she wanted to learn and grow. And then Jackie, watching her, finding out Jackie didn't even feel good while we were there, and pouring her heart out and sharing truth with us. I would have never guessed that was Jackie's truth. And so you get to know people on a different level. And like we did with Chasity, we're going to do life together. Unfortunately, we've done death, we've done growth, we've done graduations, we've done new birth, we've done divorce, we've done marriages. Well, y'all know, y'all done a lot of that with me. But here's the thing. We're doing this life better together. And like Angie said, it's the healthy. We are leading people that have a lot of underlying situations and circumstance. We can't fix that. That is a choice that they have to decide. I'm going to get up every morning, take my capsules. I'm going to get my mind right, like Hannah said, and then I'm going to put one foot in front of the other. So thank you for sharing that with us. I don't want to take away from you introducing your firecracker that you've been so sweet to share with all of us. And but tell us a little bit about this guy in the suit and tie right there.
So Mr. Miracle is what I love to call him. I always say he's my miracle because, like I said, he's the fire in my butt that like made Thrive life happen again for me. And I literally like he inspires me so much, guys. And I know he's shared his story a little bit, but we literally met in Hot Pilates, and we, you know, as single parents. So for some reason, our group, our Sacramento group, is like single parents, right? And we kind of like connect in that level, but he is such a great father of two beautiful young girls. He's worked for this Sacramento State, an engineer. And what really like pushes my fire is because he's so adamant about striving to be the best at everything he does. And the moment he was like our day one thriver, right? He is the blessing that we all wish we had as customers. He is like, let me just, I feel like my voice is yelling again, guys. Sorry, I'm like on the phone. Sorry, Melody. He's just like literally, let me buy the product. He tried it. He was like, I said, you should do Ultimate Thriver. He's like, yes. I said, you should go to Palooza. Yes. He was just like, yes, yes, yes. The way he was doing at our retreat, right? Like he was like everyone's husband, Thrive husband there. And it was like, he inspires me and motivates me so much. And I'm so proud of how much growth you've done, not just on the outside or with Thrive, Alex. Like you as a person have been so uplifting and have been such a blessing in my life in more ways than one. And I'm so happy and blessed to call you friend, family, and thriver. Let's give it up for Mr. Miracle.
Thank you, Ange. And apologies right off the bat. I'm a little under the weather right now. And I think I got it from the guy next to me on the plane. So I really appreciate that introduction. And a lot of this I owe all to you and you guys. So thank you. My name is Alex. I've been thriving since October. And it's all due to Angie with her charisma. And she brings that everywhere she goes, even if she's not in the greatest of moods, she'll still have that with her and she'll still be able to kind of uplift people like that. And that's just kind of how it was. I was working out maybe like twice a week and I was just at my unhealthiest I'd been, even though I was working out, wasn't gaining weight, wasn't really losing weight. And you know, I was drinking a lot. It was just not a good place. I was going through a divorce. I still am until August 20th, and when that's done, so that's coming up. But it was just I was in a bad kind of mindset, I guess. And here she comes in all happy at like I didn't realize people were happy at 4 a.m. And it's still dark. It's not even bright and early. It's dark and early. So the sun's not even out. We're up at the butt crack of like before the butt crack of dawn. And here she comes in all just happy and laughing. And I'm just like, why is she so happy? And you know, long story short, she introduced me to the products. She gave me a sample when we met up. She had me meet her at a boba shop, gave me a sample and kind of ran through the process. And I was like, whatever, let's just buy it. If I'm gonna try it, if the purpose of a sample is just to show me how easy it is, then give me a month because I don't want to just do this because it's easy. Like, let me try the whole thing. And exactly like she said, you know, the rest was history. We ended up meeting up again after, and she checked in. She did everything perfect. She would text me, rise and thrive. At first I was like so annoyed, like, well, I'm not even awake yet. Like she's texting me in like my alarm clock almost, and just became, you know, now that I'm in the position that I'm in, I realize the importance of that. And when I see her do it with some of the newer people, I still appreciate it. I don't look at it and I'm like, oh, she does that with everybody. No, she's very genuine with how her when she shows interest in potential customers or new promoters, it's very genuine, and I always appreciate that. But um when it comes to the community, that was definitely something that I didn't expect to have. And on my welcome call, or before my welcome call with it was Angie, Hannah, and Angela. They had me join a call, and it was Angela's millionaire acceptance speech. That was my introduction, not speech, but like with our team. She had just got it. And that was like my first meeting with this team. And I think it was like something that I needed to see almost as a guy, because when we're going over these words that pique our ears, like, oh, bloating, or even at the time it was like energy. It wasn't necessarily words that caught my attention, like, because you kind of have to approach things differently with guys. And you talk bloating to a guy, he's immediately not gonna even consider this product. So when I saw that, I was like, whoa, millionaire, like, what is this? Is this sales? Is she an actual millionaire? And it just took me down this road of um the more and more things that I was interested in. And then when the community started, just like, congratulations, that edification that we're always talking about with every single little milestone and big milestone. That was also something I wasn't really used to. Like, my parents were never like, oh, good job on your straight A's or good job on this. They both worked a lot and didn't really pay attention to a lot of stuff I was doing in school. So over time, like, once I hit like middle school and high school, I started to kind of veer in a different direction. But seeing that and receiving that from the team has definitely been something that's been a very, very good thing for me. And it's kind of just changed my whole perspective and outlook on how I um, even just talk to people on a regular basis. Um, and Yenis will tell you, like, in the morning, it's like I was not a morning person. I would get up in the morning, and I was in the military, so I like became a morning routine person, but I was still never like happy in the morning. I was still just like pissed off. I was away. Like, why am I up at 4 o'clock right now? Um, but I think um the importance of that community, even with guys, it's can't be overlooked. It can't, not be talked about. But it's one of those things that if they would have told me about that, oh, there's this super supportive community, I don't know that I would have cared at the time. I don't know if it would have been something that would have made me kind of join more. It was really Angie's charisma and her matter of fact, like, listen, if you want to fucking, pardon my language, but if you want to like drop some weight, or if you want to, just feel better, like, this is the one for you. So I got to give it up to her. I owe a lot of this to her and this whole community. So um
Alex, I want to interject real quick. So you had that experience, kind of like the whole like Thrive and Mingle, the mastermind, and then you kind of came to Texas and you had the experience of seeing us Thrivers in action. I know you were like, man, I wish I'd had a notepad. There were some bullets for that, and I didn't tell you about this, but if you can just some nuggets, some things that maybe you can relay to the field that you saw, maybe that you're going to implement, and kind of share that. And hey, I have to say this. So girls, all of you girl mamas that are his like Alex's mama bears, y'all, I know I'm not going to say it because I know y'all told him to be good while he was here, not to act up. If y'all know what I'm talking about, he was a complete gentleman, just so y'all know. He was so kind to all of us. He didn't do anything inappropriate. So he took care of everybody like he always does. So anyway, so y'all can send in the chat. See, we told him not to be okay. So Alex, share some of the like things that you saw that you're like, man, this is mind blowing to see it firsthand.
Real quick, that's definitely something that I want to like give a whole class on to some of the guys. Whenever guys come on, I think that's something that should not be avoided. That's a conversation that you should absolutely have. Like, eyes on the business, eyes on the prize. Anyway, I think what surprised me the most, and I just put a story up about this, about how I was just gonna shut up and listen because it was you and Delaney having a conversation. And here I am, this newcomer just coming in since October, and here you two are, these absolute powerhouses. And um, I was just trying to sit back, and I didn't have anything. I almost asked the server, like, "Hey, can I get your notebook? Can I get your pen and stuff?" But it was really how fast you guys were with the numbers. Like it was clear that when it comes to bonuses and PPA and new people and almost every single time that there was numbers being talked about, I'm in my mind like, let me open up my back office and go to the report, or not the reports, but the resources, and bring up the PDF so I can look at it. But you guys just had it like right there, ready to go. And that's something that like Angela and Twin and Jackie, like they can just reference it without even looking at it. And I was telling Angie Tran yesterday, it was like, hey, when they drop this stuff, maybe we should all just kind of like hop on like a quick 10-minute, 15-minute call and just kind of go over it, because I want that. I want to be able to just reference it in my mind and not necessarily have to look at, and granted, right, you'll have to take notes and write stuff down for the first week or so, but I want to be able to just reference it off the top of my head. And even when I was talking to a customer, or a new customer, and Delaney was like, I don't remember what she was doing, but I was like, oh yeah, 2000. I said something. She was like, actually 4K is 4,000. I was like, really? I'm telling them the wrong numbers. And she was like, you got to get up on these numbers, man. So that's definitely something that I was totally just taken aback with, how fast you guys are able to um, reference the business and the analytics.
Talk a little bit about connecting with people. So we were sitting there at dinner.
Yeah,
Let's talk a
yeah.
little bit about that. Because I know people,
Um,
they build everything online, they build everything social media, but people want to know you care. And so that was something that just for both of us, literally came very natural. She's sidelined. She's not in my cloud structure. I'm not in hers, but we
yeah.
were really piggybacking off of each other.
Your specifically natural ability to connect with just a server, and you were talking about how your husband or your ex-husband was he always made it a point to know people's names the first time they told him, because a lot of times I'm guilty, you tell me your name, I'm gonna forget it within a half a second. And it's something that I'm actually consciously thinking about now, to just actually be interested in the person and not necessarily just having them, as a potential promoter or customer, but watching you speak with the server and get to know her within 30 seconds, and not having a whole, 20-minute conversation. You had a whole like day's worth of conversation within 30 seconds, and being that efficient with your words and that intentional with how you were getting to know them that fast, that was something that I was also like, wow, like this is just a server. And she was the first server we came across. um I didn't even think about it, because you kind of just let her go, you were chatting with her, but it was very quick to where you almost knew like, I don't have a connection with her. And then the second one that came by is when, after she had left and all that had happened, when you had gotten to know her really fast, you were like, you just know within the first 30 seconds if you have a connection with them or if you don't. And the girl, what'd she say? She said, oh, you guys are my people.
She said, y'all are my
And
people. I
that's
told
like,
Alex, I said, you're going to get her contact information, or I
yeah,
will. You're in my cloud, but you better get her contact, because I'm going to be signing her up. And Delaney's sitting over there and she ain't in my cloud. So hop to it, buddy. I mean, we did. And she was like, and then Bailey, remember Bailey? Bailey's like,
yeah,
oh, I can't sell. My friend does Thrive, but I can't sell. And I'm like, what is your favorite appetizer? She just popped it off. I said, you just sold me on that appetizer, girlfriend. And then the whole night we were like, Bailey. I'm like, y'all better connect with her, So letting people know you care, and like, hey, no, anybody can sell this. No, Bailey's like, I'm not going to sell this, but she had to have it and what was Bailey? She's a physical trainer. She's into fitness,
yeah.
like all the things. I'm like, okay, Alex, if you don't sign her up, I'm signing her up. So I'm giving you one shot.
Yeah, that was some of the nuggets, some of the very many nuggets that I was able to take away from just a very short weekend over in Dallas. And the importance of those meetups, that is possibly one of the most important things with team building. And that's why our team, like my local Sacramento team, that's why we're so close. Like Hannah mentioned, we see each other first thing in the morning, and it's not just like we're waking up and seeing each other. Like to me, working out that early, first thing in the morning, it's like putting on your mental armor for the day. Like you're fortifying your mind to kind of between thrive and a workout. It's like you can get through the day almost unfazed. And then when you wake up and do it the next day, you're kind of resetting. Because if I don't go without a workout, like I feel it. I feel it that day by about 3 o'clock. I'm like, I feel sluggish. I'm irritated. So the fact that my team and I do that and we see each other and we meet up with each other often, that is why we have such a as close of a bond as we do. And then I mean, Angie was saying to me like a month ago or a few weeks ago, she's like, I something happened since you came in. Like I noticed that like even the other teams I'm closer with now, even some of the sidelines I'm a lot closer with. And you know, when I got back from Palooza, I don't remember, I think Ray Bell and maybe it was Julianne, they had something at Dave and Buster's in Vallejo or Fairfield, somewhere in the 707 area code. And I went to that and it was like a week or two after Palooza. And I just started, whenever somebody throws something, I'm like, I'm there. Like if I got time, even if I have my kids, I'm there. Like Joanna threw something at her not Orange Theory, wherever her Pilates studio was. I took my girls out there too. So it was like you have something, like I try to just support because I'm gonna pick something up from it, and just showing support in that manner and always just kind of you know, serving, even if it doesn't necessarily benefit me financial. Like when I went to Lena's event, I didn't go there to sign people. When I talked to people and got people, I gave them to Lena because that's her event. She set it up. I'm not there for me, I'm there for her. So
Went to a Friday event here in Dallas, Texas that benefited you
yeah.
none.
Oh my
You
gosh.
grew. So, you know, and I think the thing is to understand that you're taking on, just like Hannah said, I'm taking ownership of my day. You're taking ownership of your business. You're not waiting till someone invites you. You're not waiting till, you know, us women were like, they didn't invite me. Like, girl, get out of your own way. Like, go build. So I don't want to miss any time because we have the lady of the hour. And Alex, I just want to make sure you know all of her things because Hannah ripped them off to me. So we need to give the proper, I need clap hands in the comments because this girl, I just opened my cloud. She's in the top of our multi-million-dollar organization, leading the way. So if y'all are not listening, you need to listen up right now. Alex, tell us who your beautiful friend is and why she's just crushing it.
Again, the importance of going to these events is she saw I was posting on IG that my weight loss journey, I'd lost some pounds since starting Thrive, but that wasn't necessarily what sold her. What sold her was in her words, word for word, I saw how much fun he was having at Palooza and I wanted to be there. So, you know, you never know who your next customer or who your next rock star is going to be. And, you know, just simply going to Palooza and having that open mind is how Yenisei kind of came about and came back into my life. I've known her since middle school. She was a grade under me and, you know, we always had like a similar friend group or a similar group of friends or we're within the same circle and we kind of knew each other back then, but we weren't necessarily close. She was a cheerleader back then, and I'm just gonna say it, I hung out with the potheads. Um, and you know, seeing this, we were friends on Instagram. We came back into each other's life through Thrive, and she just hit the ground running. She is already an entrepreneur and business owner. She does permanent makeup and lashes, so she has a constant flow of loyal and dedicated clients and new people that come in, and I think that's very important because with her client base, they already trust her. So when she started talking about Thrive and putting up skincare products in her business, the Thrive skincare line, and talking about how good she felt and how she was so angry or irritated before her coffee, all her loyal clients just boom, 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 back to back, just started signing on with her. And she's just been able to maintain that, which is even more impressive because when that warm market kind of, you know, fizzles out, she's been able to just keep going and tap into new people, and she is an absolute inspiration to me and my whole team. So yeah.
Hannah, do you have her little list of all her things? Do you have that?
I do. So this was yesterday, I think, or 2 days ago. She hit, I know she hit the $250 Thrive shopping spree. Um,
I went up though.
oh, it did? I'm sorry. How much is it now?
I went to the 500 bonus or
Oh,
whatever that is.
Hey.
500. She hit 3 times customer acquisition in, I don't know, less than 2 months. Is it? She's
Well,
about
3 months.
to hit
Every
12K.
month.
Oh, 12K. And she hit VIP 400, 800, 1600, the 4K, and the business bonus.
Yeah.
I think it was a gift card. Yeah. All in less than 2 months, Alex.
That's a
Yeah.
whole lot of moolah. And I see twins down there. She's like, she's me. She's my story. So if you
Oh,
can
that's-
imagine what twin did, and and I think the whole like the esthetician thing, I'm like, I'm just so excited. Jackie was like, you got to meet her. And here's the thing. We all have that same potential, but she's not overthinking it. She is learning, she is growing, she's utilizing her leadership. And that's the thing. You don't have to know it all, but plugging people in, the new people, when she's busy, plugging them in. Look at how many levels of leadership she has. So girlfriend, give us some nuggets. Tell us, how do we do what you're doing?
Well, Alex is not taking any credit for, honestly, I would not have signed up to be promoter if he wasn't constantly like bothering me about it. Because when I signed up, I just wanted to try the product. And he was the one telling me, like, you have a business already. And he's like, you have a business. I'm like, yeah, I have one. I don't need another one. So yeah, I think it was when I did see him in Palooza, I was like, that's when I was like, fuck it, let's just try this. I mean, what happens? The worst is I get my product for free. Like, who cares? But yeah, no, honestly, it was Alex that was constantly telling me, like, you can do this. If anyone's going to be able to do this, it's going to be you. So I was like, okay, fine. And then I mean, falling in love with the product obviously helped because I was able to genuinely speak about my experience. Like, how everyone says you're the product of the product, but my clients who know me and who had to see me regularly knew, like, I'm good at my job, but I may not be the most chipper. So the fact that the mood in me and my, like, people would say I would just glow. And that was probably the biggest compliment that I was getting from my clients, because I mean, my clients do love me and they love me for who I was, but the fact that I was changing and evolving to this new person, they were all on board. They were, they had my back. They're like, oh my God, what are you doing? You look amazing. Like, you look so happy. What's different? Like, did you get a new man? I'm like, no, it's my vitamins. But honestly, it was crazy because I don't talk about it very often, but I was with the Herbalife company for a really long time. And I still have a lot of family and friends who own like Herbalife shake shops and who are in the business, like deep into the business. But when I was there, the family and the community was honestly just not the same. So like, Alex is my direct upline. Like, I was only allowed to speak to my direct upline. Like, if I had questions, I would have never been allowed to talk to like Angie or Hannah, let alone Angela. There would be no way. Like, they're like, no, you need to like follow your steps, or whatever they say. Like, I was like, that okay, well, that doesn't seem very effective, but sure. And the fact that Angela, all the way up there, constantly checks in on me. She's always like, hey, how's it going? What do you need? She was just messaging me last night, like, hey, what can I do to help you? I, it blows my mind every single time. And when we had our mastermind and when we had our Thrive event, Angela would literally, like, she messaged me afterwards and she was like, oh my God, your story, I watched your thing. I was like, you're watching us from Vietnam? Like, what are you doing? It's, to me, I like everyone says, the community. I've been so shocked, so surprised. Alex is like literally the rock in our group, because I mean, we're all women, we're all emotional. Whenever we're having a bad day and we drop like something in the chat, like, oh, I had, this happened. Or if I'm having trouble with my mom, she's been in and out of the hospital, Alex doesn't text back. He will literally pick up the phone and be like, what do you need? What can I do? How can I help you? And people don't do that anymore, you know? Like we're all busy, we all have so much on our plate. Like we'll send a text and be like, oh, I'll check it later. But no, Alex will pick up the phone and be like, what's going on? Let's talk. Let's figure this out. Or like one time I was getting upset because I was like, oh, I'm not gonna hit this. Like, what am I gonna do? He called me, he was like, calm down. We'll figure this out. We'll do it together. So I mean, the fact that the community and all of that, that's a big change. And I'm also trying to figure that out too now that I have promoters, because I'm very used to like running my own business. Like I'm a lone wolf. I don't answer to anybody, and that's the whole point of me opening my business. Is I don't want to have to answer to anybody, and I don't want to have to like hold anyone's hand. Like that's just not who what I that's not what I've been doing the last like 10, 20 years of my life. So me trying to like have like this community and trying to get used to like actually being able to depend on people, because I mean, I don't know, I feel like so many times in life people just let you down. Like you think they have your back or you think they're going to be there for you, and then they never come through. But that has not been the issue here like at all, like not even a little bit. So trying to get used to actually people following through on their word, like to this day I'm still amazed when people do exactly what they say they're going to do.
I want to interject right there where you took a little pause, because I think it's so important to say, when I started, I was the same thing. I was like, Amber, don't talk to my people. Like, we got this, we're growing. And what happens is leadership is a buffet. You know, you're going to be able to talk to somebody in you're going to bring in all types of personalities, and you're going to be able to talk to them, and somebody's going to go, they're going to run, but maybe they need Jackie's kind of fire, or they need Angie's fire, or they need Twin, or they need Alex, and so being able to say, I feel confident enough as a leader to allow you to get that buffet of help wherever you need. And the other thing is that when like Alex was like, we needed to be, I mean, honestly, I was praying for your mom when he told me that you had a lot going on, and that's just who Chas is. Chas is going to break down and pray. And there's going to be times where you can't show up for your team. How do you continue to build a residual income? This whole thing about make money while you sleep is you create layered leadership. You create leaders that know 10 levels deep, hey, these are my leaders, and this is who I can reach up to. And so the fact that you're willing, it's just like when Twin first started, she was going. And if we're being honest, I said, Twin, you're working too hard. Just duplicate those VIP 800, VIP. And she got it early on in her business. And it grew to what this is now, a multi-million-dollar team. And so for you to say, here's a weakness that I have, but I'm early in the game, I'm willing to shift and course correct because I see these people that have done it. It's a trust. And until, I always say, love them like they'll never leave, trust like you.
Uh-oh, did she drop? Oh man. Well, I guess with that, um, let's see. We'll give her a few minutes to come back. Yeah. No, yeah, one of the things that we I just gotta say that the way that Yenisei is I when I hear Twin talk, when I hear you on Fridays meetings that we have, um, it must be an esthetician thing, because the way that Yenisei is just like, listen, you want to be miserable, be miserable, but if you want to feel better, then just buy the damn products. And it's just like you guys have this trait about yourselves that makes people like, damn, maybe I should do it just to listen to you. See it, like if I feel like you're mad at me if I don't buy it, so maybe I should just buy it. But it's perfect. It's such a good trait to have in this business, I think. And it speaks and it shows with how well you guys both, I mean, with how you did, and like none of our whole team is here without Twin. And then the way that Yenisei is picking it up, it's almost like Twin Junior. So that's pretty
So I just
cool.
feel like you really have to have tough skin to own your own business. especially when you're just, you know, starting from the ground up and finding your own clientele and figuring out what works and what doesn't work. When you're your own boss and you have to be your own motivation every single day, like nobody makes me get up and nobody makes me come to work. If I want to be at work, that's all on me. Like if I want to book clients, that's all on me. Everything falls on you when you own your own business. And some people, like I've come to find out, because I've tried to help so many other estheticians like here at my salon when they were renters, and I'm like, hey, what can I do? How can I help you? The people that don't have the right mindset and the people that just I don't know if it's the younger generations or what it is, but it's just some people just do not have it in them. And it's crazy to me because I'm like, I've worked for other people and I hate when someone tells me what to do. And I'm not gonna lie, I've gotten fired from so many jobs. Probably about 80% of the jobs I've had. I worked for numerous call centers. I worked for VSP. I worked for Wells Fargo. I worked for the city of Sacramento. Like literally, usually around the 1.5, 2 year mark is when I get fired because I figured out like
How long?
once I learned the job, I've gotten fired from so many jobs. I got fired from Jamba Juice for not being Jamba material because I wasn't happy enough. Bro, like I've been fired from so many jobs because I cannot stand when other people are telling me what to do. And that's not a good trait, but at the same time, it's what made me who I was. And if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be having like the business, the successful business that I've had. I've opened my own salon. Like I just have it in me to just do what needs to be done because I want to do it for myself. And I'd rather work for myself and get me somewhere higher than help somebody else make their money and get up higher in their job. So that's just, yeah, that's me. I've been fired from almost every job I've had.
Oh my gosh, I love it. If y'all learned anything, y'all drop it in the chat. How good is this? Because it's true. I mean, that's how you're able to be successful. And I think that there's a big difference in someone telling you what to do and someone saying, I want to guide, I want to help, I want to, and that trust factor, like you said, people say they're going to be there. People say they're going to, I know I can depend on me. So give us some last minute nuggets, other than, you're just rocking it. I can't wait to see you. I mean, 12K is in the bag. Is 12K already secured today? Have you already secured that today? Not yet.
No,
Okay.
Hannah
Hey,
was just, I don't know what Hannah was talking about.
Almost.
y'all
She knows
are
what she's talking about.
She
She's
is.
right there.
Hey, I know she is because we were in the car and Alex is looking and then he's like, okay, I'm never leaving at the end of the month. He's like, we've got to rally. So the thing is, we just need to get some people that are ready to start their business and grow. And so we're so excited. Any last minute things? I know we've got Ange and Twin and all the people on. Amanda's on. Man, just so proud of you guys. Continue to create that culture. Continue to own that mindset of, we have an opportunity. What will we do with it? NSA, Angie, Hannah, Alex, all of y'all, just so thankful for all of you. Chasity, thank you for jumping on. Anybody else? Any last minute? Hannah, anybody? Last minute?
Cassidy's GoFundMe. Can you post that in the chat?
Yes, it's in the chat, so y'all can see that.
Okay.
Yes, yeah. So, all right, Twin, anybody want to say anything? Jackie? I know they're like, no. All right, guys. Oh,
Twin.
They may need to be unmuted.
Okay, let me see. Let me try to unmute her. Ask to unmute. There you go.
Good morning, everyone. Oh my God, this
Hey,
was such a good call. I had no idea that it was like with you guys. First, I just want to say, like hearing your story, I'm just like, this is like giving me flashbacks of myself like 7 years ago, right? And like you said, like everything that you said about the job, like I was there. I hated working for people. I hated clocking in, clocking out. I just felt like I just had so much more potential and so much more to give. I just felt like I could give the world so much more than just that like 9 to 5 kind of like, and I hated it, right? So I feel like this business is not only I always say this, it's for anyone, it's for everyone, but it's not, this business is for anyone, but it's not for everyone, right? you do have to have that bulletproof mindset. You do have to know that this is like a commitment and not just like come in, get those quick bonuses, which at the beginning of my business, and this is what Chastity was saying too, like when I was coming in, I was laser focused, like you gonna say, like just getting people on Thrive, getting that sales in, getting my numbers up, and everyone I was bringing in, they had that same mindset. And it did take me a little bit, and I did have to talk to quite a bit of people that had been in business. And yeah, they did teach me that, that, I did have to have a system in place. I did have to, do that duplication and just work on helping other people, right? So yes, there's a lot of learning more that you guys all have to do, but we are with such great people, team. I mean, if anything now, like I'm learning from you guys now. So thank you so much for sharing everything. The way that you guys talk and speak on Zoom, if you guys should have heard me back in the days, like I would not unmute myself even if Chastity called on me or anyone. I would just pretend that I wasn't there, right? So yeah, I just wanted to say that I'm so proud of you guys. And yes, you keep going. Bulletproof mindset, eyes on the prize, just everything. So yeah, that's all I had to say.
All right, well,
Congratulations on everything.
everybody get your little Insta story stuff. Make sure you can see everybody. Thank y'all so much for this. I hope that we made Amber proud. She's out and traveling, but I want y'all to know that I am so proud of you. And it starts with one yes, one why, and let's stay laser focused. I can't wait to see where y'all end this month. And we will see y'all same time, same place next week.
Thanks.